Hey guys, what's up? This week on 5 Points of View is rant week, and I'm going to be ranting to you guys about anxiety. You probably did not know this about me, but I have anxiety. If you don't know what anxiety is, I'm going to read it straight off of Google so you can sufficiently find out what it means. A nervous disorder characterized by a state of excessive uneasiness and apprehension, typically with compulsive behavior or panic attacks. Now that you know what it means, I think I should tell you guys a story about when I had a very severe anxiety attack. So it all started about 3 years ago. I used to live in Brooklyn. This is a New York City map. I'm going to show you it so that you guys can kind of get the feel. So I used to live right here, Brooklyn, like this area, right? And in 6th grade, 3 years ago, I moved over here to the Bronx. So I used to live right here in Brooklyn, just about. And then I moved all the way up here to the Bronx. So I used to live here, and now I live here. And I used to go to school in Brooklyn. So I didn't change schools. So for my whole entire junior high school, I went to school in Brooklyn and I lived in the Bronx. So this is where the anxiety comes in. I'll show you the map again. Once again, my school was here and I lived here. I would have to travel from here all the way down here, and I used to take public transportation, and it used to take me 2 hours to get to school. For me, school started at 8. I woke up at 5:30 and I had half an hour to do my morning routine. Then at 6 o'clock, I would leave the house and I would take the train over to school. It would be 2 trains, and yeah, it took 2 hours to get to school. As a 11-12-year-old, I lost a lot of sleep. Even though I went to sleep at about 9 o'clock and I woke up at 5:30, it was still not enough for me. I was still extremely tired, and that's where the anxiety all happened, honestly. My body couldn't take it. Mentally, I couldn't take it. And one day, I was in class, and it was the end of the year, and I had to, it was in my favorite teacher's class. I never gave in the paper. I thought I did, but I never did. So she was just like, oh, just print it out. You can print it out here if you want. It'll be 5 minutes after school, and just give it to me. And I was like, oh, I have to get somewhere, like, after school, so I can't do it after school. I'll just do it at home, and I'll give it to you tomorrow. She was like, okay, great. She was my favorite teacher. I loved her. Like, it was, like, perfect. So then, like, I go home, and that day I had a dentist appointment. That's what I had to do after school. So I get home, and then I am doing my homework. I did my algebra homework, and then I did my social studies homework, and then I did my English homework, which was the teacher that I had to print out the paper for. So I went on my computer, and I clicked the paper, and then I clicked print. And I went downstairs, and then I noticed there was no ink. Yeah, let me just tell you, I had an anxiety attack. I wanted to rip out my hair so bad. I wanted to cry. I wanted to punch a wall. I wanted to break the printer. I wanted to rip all my English papers. It was seriously so bad, and I don't know why that happened. Honestly, I just think the anxiety, made me think that, honestly, when I had an anxiety attack, it made me think that everything was going to end. Like, for example, that time that I had the anxiety attack, I thought that I was going to fail the whole entire class, and really, papers were worth about 40% of our grade, and I was only missing 1 paper. And my grades, I did everything perfect in that class, so it would really bring my grade down maybe about 5 points, and my grade would have still been good. But I just wasn't thinking of that. And when you have anxiety attacks, when you have anxiety attacks, you don't really think of anything. You just go straight to the negatives, and that is the worst part of an anxiety attack. So yeah, that is my story of my anxiety attack. The next day, my teacher printed out the paper for me in the morning, and I was like, yes, boo, thank you, boo. So yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And I know this wasn't much of a rant, but basically you get the idea that everybody is going to hate anxiety. If you have anxiety, you hate it. Like, it's not, nope, not good. And also subscribe to 5 Points of View, and you guys can subscribe to my channel too. I'll leave a link down below. You guys can follow me on Instagram, and comment ideas that you guys want for future videos to see. And yeah, stay tuned for Candace's video tomorrow. And that's it. See you guys next week. Love you guys. Peace.